We all know the feeling when flying in a plane and looking out the window and seeing a city below, and we see all of these, what we know are massive buildings, but they look so small, so tiny from our vantage point when we're so high up. We also know the feeling when we're standing at the foot of a skyscraper or a big building and we look up and we realize just how enormous the building is and how small we feel in comparison. In Parsha Shelach, when the Meraglim, when the spies return to Midbar Paran, they return to the Jewish people, to Bnei Israel, and they give their report of what they saw, that when they went to Eretz Israel, among the things they report is that there were giants. The people were so big, so massive in Eretz Israel that they themselves felt that they were grasshoppers in comparison to the size of the inhabitants of the land. The pasuk says, "Vanihi be'einenu kachagavim," we felt like grasshoppers in comparison to them. V'chein hayinu be'einehem, and that's how they saw us. And the question, of course, is, well, how did they know? They didn't speak to these giants. How did they know what the giants thought of them being in the field? So Rashi says that they heard. She'amru anashim yesh bakramim kinemalim, that they heard them speaking and saying, "Hey, did you see the vineyards today? There looked like there are people there, and they look like little ants." So maybe that's how they knew what they thought of them. But the Medrash tells us that HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to the Meraglim, "Did you know what I could have done for you? What I was doing for you was I was making the giants think that you were malachim, that you were angels. And it was only because," says the Sfas Emes, "that you looked at yourselves as grasshoppers that they ended up looking at you like you were, those grasshoppers, like you were ants, even smaller than grasshoppers. Had you believed yourself, had you believed that Hashem allowed you to go on this mission to bring back positive feedback about Eretz Yisrael, if you didn't look at yourself in such a low status compared to someone else, then Hashem would have taken care of business and made sure that the other people didn't look at you that way, didn't look at you as being so small comparatively to them." It's an important lesson for us in life, because sometimes we feel less than in front of other people. But feeling less than is really more about us than it is about them. We have to have the confidence in ourselves and the faith, the bitachon in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that the way that we are seen by others is being motzachein, finding favor in the eyes of others, if we have the faith that Hashem is behind us, that Hashem supports us, and in any situation that we are in, we're not alone. Hashem will then change the way that people think of us so that we are represented in a positive fashion. May we be zocheh, may we indeed merit to be able to find favor not only in the eyes of Hashem, but also in the eyes of others. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.